Hey admins, how we doing out there today? I'll keep this video really short, I promise today. Happy Labor Day. Hopefully everybody had a good weekend and everybody was safe. Um, September is here, so we are looking at just 2 weeks until the 990 deadline. So we need to make sure we're working on our 990s. Again, I know I've said this a million times, but we still have lodges not doing it. It is the most important document the lodge fills out in a moose year. Again, it has to be turned in by September 15th. And then when you get the confirmation number back from the IRS, it's been transmitted. That's the number you want to send to the 990 chairman, Rusty Shields. He'll be looking at that and then giving me a list, and then I will be contacting lodges that have not turned something in and see where you're at. Again, there's no need for extensions. We've still got 2 weeks. We've had months to get this done. If your lodge is in the situation though where you haven't completed it, by next week, you probably need to look at filing the extension number. And I cannot remember that extension number. You can look it up though. I believe it's an 8848 or 8844 or something, like some numbers with 8s and 4s in it. And that will give you time to get it completed. It allows you to file till next March, but there's no sense in waiting till next March to try to get it done. If you need to file an extension, we should still have it done by the end of the month. There's no sense in waiting that long to get a document that's important completed. Also, the second thing I want to cover is email communications from Moose International. That is your job as an administrator to make sure those are being brought to every meeting. Again, each week, Moose International sends something out. You have a meeting every other week, so there should be a couple communications. We need to make sure we're reading those at the officers meeting and the general membership meeting. There's important information that everybody should be aware of. So, since May, most of those communications have been talking about 990s. The board of officers should know where the lodge stands in the process of 990s and where it's at and when it's been completed. It's talking about the last couple of months, talked about the Valued Veterans of the Year program, and when the submission was done, I had lodges call me wanting to know when the deadline was. Well, that communications came out several times. Administrators should know when that deadline is and what it is. If they don't know what it is, they need to be contacting me. The reason why we send those reports out every week, those emails out every week, is just a reminder so we know where we're at. Now, I will say this. If you have talked about 990s in each of your meetings and you come to that part, say, what the 990 is, and I've reported on that several times in the last several meetings, and then you get to the point where the lodge has filed its 990, put that in the report so it's in the minutes, and 990 has been completed, and those should be being written in the minutes so we know when it's being done. Then if you've covered that enough times, you don't have to worry about it anymore. Say, when it comes to that line where it says not, or the message where it says 990, say, here it is about 990s again. They've been filed. They are completed for the lodge for this year. This last week, there was a long blurb about Ross Chastain and NASCAR. There's no need for you to read the whole 3 paragraphs, but remind people to watch the NASCAR races. Lodges should be having NASCAR race parties supporting Ross Chastain, especially when when he's in the Moose car. But I don't expect you to read that whole 3 paragraphs. Then the last section where it's usually telling you to maybe Halloween supplies or St. Patrick's supplies from the supply house. I don't expect you to go in depth on that, but you need to hit the important things because it will be talking soon about the October and being the Rocker Fund time for that. So that should be being brought up, and everybody should know when it is. Then once you've covered it, you don't have to keep covering it the next 4 or 5 times it comes up in an email, but the lodge needs to know about that project. The officers need to know about that project so you can discuss on what you're going to do for that project. If we're not bringing those communications to them, they're missing out, and the lodge is missing out on opportunities to do some promoting for Moose charities, missing out promoting NASCAR, and just giving basic information, Valued Veterans, 990s, all that kind of stuff. All right, I kept it under 5 minutes. You guys have a good week. Take care. Bye.